Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and in today's video I just want to play in makeup. I feel like I haven't been loving it as much as I used to, and so I just want to kind of find my love for makeup again. So I just grabbed some products that, like, when I opened my drawers I was excited to see them and I was excited looking at the colors and the product and stuff like that. And I just want to play with makeup. So I have no plans for today. I have nothing, like no idea of what it is that I want to talk about. No makeup planned out. I just want to play. So if you guys want to hang out and help me find my love for makeup again, then just keep on watching. I glued on a new set of press-ons last night. They're nails that I got from Amazon. They were on Prime Day. And honestly, I love them. I had a different style from the same brand on, and they lasted so long on my nails. The only reason I changed them was because I was getting bored of them. Like, I easily could have kept the other ones on. And I think that part of the reason why they stayed on for as long as they did is because I didn't alter like the shape of them or cut them shorter or anything like that. Or maybe I just got really lucky, or maybe the nails themselves are just like genuinely better than the clear press-ons that I have that I paint. I don't know. But I glued them on, and you can tell they are two different shapes. That's intentional, semi-intentional. But I glued them on, and first of all, glued on this one, you can still kind of see it crooked. And I was so pissed because they are, you know, full length. I did file these ones down from more almond down to like a slight coffin, just for funsies. The other set that I have, they start out as matte. They are in, like, actually I think those ones are intended for you to put like a gel top coat over top, but I don't fuck with gel anymore because I'm not trying to get an allergy. So I just put a clear top coat on top of them and it was completely fine, didn't have an issue whatsoever. But since they were matte, they actually held on to the nail polish, right? And I don't really know why in my brain I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna paint over these too, even though they're completely, there is nothing on these nails now. You can see the excess of what was, but this is how shiny they actually are. And I don't know why my brain thought that something that shiny and that soft would hold nail polish. It didn't. But regardless, I was like sitting in bed last night, like well after I had finished my nails, and I was so pissed about the one that I had glued on crooked. I had tried to like file it opposite and like try to just make it a little bit shorter and it would be okay. I ended up just deciding that I was gonna go with the Pride manicure, and so now I have my two middle fingers are short. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's made applying my eye primer, which that's all I've done so far, but it's made applying my eye primer so much easier. Because I love long nails, but you can't really get to the inner corner because you kind of run into yourself. This was the palette that spoke to me today. The ColourPop Play It Jewel palette. I'm not doing anything like intricate or, you know, exciting or anything like that. I'm just, the colors in here were what really spoke to me. I'm going to start out with, it's the shade Uncut. But yeah, I had them painted, and when I cut the one short, I obviously, you know, broke the kind of almost seal over the edge with the clear top coat, and the nail polish came off in one solid piece, almost like I had put those like gel, like, what are they called? They're like the little stickers that you can put over your nails and then you cure them, but they're in one solid piece and then you just kind of file off the excess. That was how it came off. Like one of those. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, yeah, no, so this is not gonna stick. This is not gonna last. This is either gonna just like peel off super quickly and then it's gonna look like shit, And I was just kind of looking at it and I was like, I don't even know why I tried to cover these. These are super pretty. So ironically, the nail polish that I had picked was actually very similar to this. It was just a little bit more pearly than like shiny chromy. So, and then I tried to do these two fingers a different color. I think I just got excited because I went to Target yesterday and I picked up new nail polish. But then I also just like really wanted to try these press-ons because these were new to me as well. So I'll have the press-ons linked down below if you guys are curious. I do think it's really funny, completely unrelated to what I've just been talking about, but I just noticed it. I do think it's really funny that my money pieces have grown out enough that when my hair is in a bun and I'm looking straight forward, you almost can't even tell that part of my hair is bleached. I'm kind of at an impasse with them. I'm unsure as to how I want to proceed. I really need to dye my hair. I really, really, really need to dye my hair. I can't even remember the last time I dyed my hair, to be honest with you. I want to say it was like February, maybe? April? I don't know. It was a while ago. I did just trim my hair the other day, which did unfortunately cut off actually. No, I guess that is where the money pieces are. It's up in my bun. Did cut off a lot of that lighter that was on my ends that I had just kind of bleached impulsively into them just because I wanted some like dimension in my hair. I also trimmed off more than I intended to be honest with you. But isn't that how it always goes? You start trimming and then you end up with, you know, you take off an inch, you lose 4. And then I just thinned my hair out a ton because my hair is so like, and my hair's not even thick. What is going on back here? Whatever. My hair is not even thick. I just have so much of it. Like, just such an insane amount of hair that when I wash my hair, it takes forever to dry. Like, such an insanely long period of time for it to dry. And thinning it out by just cutting a bunch of choppy fucking layers into it is one of the only ways that I have found that actually helps it dry quicker. I don't even think I want to go deeper than that, to be honest with you. I think what I want to do is I want to take just a little bit of this light pink, just go right up at the top, even though I think like shade level wise they're very similar, but just kind of a gradual peach to pink. Oh, I almost stabbed myself in the eye. Oh my god. A story that I will tell you when I get back because, well, frankly, I'm almost done with my eyes, so I'm gonna keep them soft. But yeah, I don't really know I'll tell you guys my story after I put on my foundation. I don't really know what's been going on. Like, I think part of it was just, I just honestly, like, really didn't like this month's monthly makeup basket. Nothing about it, like, and it's so funny because in pieces, I actually really like it, but I don't know, just like as a combination whole, something about this month just like wasn't striking for me. I've had months where my monthly makeup basket has been like the thing. Like, I have been obsessed with it, you know? And then this month was one of the first months where I was just like, I'm so bored. And not even like yes, I was bored, but I don't know, it got to the point where I started doing like free Mondays. Like, obviously 2-ish times a week I'm not using my makeup basket because I'm filming, and then on Sundays I kind of just do quick makeup. So I ended up going in and like just deciding that on Mondays I was just going to do whatever I wanted, and that did help actually a little bit. It just made me really excited for Mondays. But yeah, I think just like a combination of not loving this month's makeup basket, not, you know, it's so hot, so I'm just like so bleh constantly, and just like a general, I don't know, it kind of feels like I was hyper fixated on makeup for years. It's like all of the content that I would consume was makeup. Every single night I would be looking at, you know, the new releases on Ulta and Sephora and Trend Mood, and I was like really up to date on everything, and I was just, you know, constantly thinking about makeup and planning new makeup looks and doing, and just, it was just constant. I was hyperfixated, right? And I think my hyperfixation is starting to slowly shift. I have like one hyperfixation at the moment, and everything else is just kind of like, whatever happens, happens. Strangely enough, my current hyperfixation is politics. I'm currently balls deep in like political autism, which is fun and fresh and delightful, and had, you know, couldn't possibly be contributing to any mental health issues that I have. You know, it's fine. Yeah. But like I said, I'm gonna keep this, like, the eyes really soft. I like the way that this looks right now. So I'm gonna jump off really quick, go put on my base, and I will be right back and then tell you that story that I just said that I had to tell. It's not a very exciting story, but it was just something that popped into my head. I've started doing my cream bronzer while letting my concealer sit on my face, so I'm back. Anyways, my little story. So yesterday, in my time yesterday, I was getting ready for work, and our boss was actually the one opening the store because unfortunately my parents had to go to a funeral. So I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, you know, of course she starts squeaking the second I start filming. Anyways, so my boss is the one that's opening, and we knew that. Sometimes, for like an afternoon shift, like a, you know, an 11 a.m. shift, sometimes I may take my time getting ready for work. If I know that there's nothing like immediately pressing going on, I'm always on time when it absolutely fucking matters, but otherwise I usually arrive, you know, 11 to 11:30. But that's an agreement between me and my parents, you know, that's different. My boss is not involved in that agreement. So knowing that he was the one that was opening, I should have turned on the fucking air while I was doing that. Anyways, knowing that he was the one that was opening, I told my husband, because we were both going into work that day at the same time, I was like, we have to be on time. Like, there is no fucking around with that, you know? He wouldn't, but that man could fire me in a heartbeat. I'm getting ready for work. You know, it's getting to be about the time that I need to go tell my husband, like, because when we work together, I'll wake him up. I'll let him sleep until I'm about, you know, 20-30 minutes away from being ready, and then I'll be like, hey, time to get up. It was getting to be around that time. I was mostly done with my makeup. And I'm gonna be honest, my makeup looked good too. Like, my makeup looked good. My concealer was sitting really nicely, my foundation was sitting nicely, like the setting powders were setting, like it was looking good, right? This eye was watering, which I hate, but it happens so often now that I am just used to it, and it just doesn't, like, I barely notice it, like, on my face if I were to look at, like, my full face of makeup when my eye is watering, kind of thing. Use the ColourPop brown sticks, by the way. So I am to the point of my makeup where I am, like, doing my eyebrows and putting on mascara and basically, like, fully powdered down, right? I am at the tail end of my application. And I tightline this eye, both upper and lower, no problem whatsoever. And then I go to tightline this eye, and I don't really know what happened. But at some point, a hair made its way either onto my eye and then I tightlined it in, or it was already on the liner and then it made its way in. And when I tell you that I physically could not open my eye because there was a hair in there. And that hair was assaulting my eye. Hi, you have a string. You have a string. Yeah, we can't play strings right now, but in a little bit, okay? Yeah, in a little bit. I promise. Anyways, so I'm sitting there with, like, one eye just, like, twitching, can't open it. The other eye already watering, and now it's watering extra in response to my other eye freaking out. You know, it said solidarity. And then also in the middle of this one, fucking Lola, Miss Pukey Pants decides she's gonna start puking in the hallway. So we were having crisis at the same time. It was beautiful. But my eye is just like, I am crying. Just so many tears. So much tear. I finally, like, I walk over to the bathroom and I get my eye open and I get the hair out. And then I was fine. And my eye was just like, okay, we're good now. No. False alarm. We're fine. I guess it wouldn't have been a false alarm because there was actually hair in there. But, you know, my eye's just like, okay, we're good now. But I look at my face and this eye had one tear just go right out of the corner of my eye where it had been watering. And then this side, literally my entire under eye was just like smudged and like the powder was all broken up. You know how makeup looks when you cry, like you have a good cry. And I was just like, oh, how the fuck do I fix this? And I had to I almost just put this underneath my eye. I sprayed down my face with a setting spray to kind of just get everything wet again, and then I just kind of sat there for a second and made sure my eye was done watering, and then I took concealer and I dotted it on and I tried to blend it out and set it down with a little bit of powder, which in hindsight I probably should have just left my under eyes unset, because I had used the Huda Beauty Faux Filter concealer, so it was a little bit more, it would have been a little bit more matte. Oh, I just dug my nail into my cream bronzer. Or cream blush, I should say. Yeah, in hindsight I should have left it unset. I feel like that probably would have looked better in the long run, but literally by the end of the day, it had gotten so cakey underneath my eyes that it was falling off in chunks. It was atrocious. And if it had literally been any other day, I probably could have done a better job fixing it. And by that I mean I probably would have removed part of this, probably this whole section right here, and just redone it, and it would have likely been a lot better off, but didn't have the time that day. While this dries, because I can't put powder on my face while this is like this. If you've been a viewer of my channel for a while, do you guys remember the era in which I only set my face down with loose powders, and I would fucking use a damp beauty sponge, a clean damp beauty sponge, and that's how I would apply it. And then I got COVID the first time and I didn't wear makeup for 2 weeks, and my skin got really, really dry because I didn't do anything for 2 weeks, including skincare or go out in the sun or do anything. And then I was like, wow, I hate the way that loose powders look on my on my face in general. I just I hate it and I despise it so much. And then I went to powder foundations. Fucking zoomy and a puffy tail. Okay. I may or may not have picked up some loose powders during the Ulta sale recently. I got 2 loose powders that I used to use because I remember them looking good at one point, you know. So I picked up this little 2-pack of the Morphe Bacon Set powder. This is the brightening one, and it also came with the light translucent one. And then I also picked up e.l.f. Halo Glow. And listen, I said that I wanted to fall in love with makeup again, and I have actually been kind of obsessed with how these look. So I'll use this, kind of like how I use that kind of lighter, more sheer powder right on my cheeks to set down my cream blush, and it just gives such a beautiful glow. And then I have been using this underneath my eyes because I remembered only liking this underneath my eyes, and then I still use powder foundation on the rest of my face. And I have been applying, I'll do the e.l.f. one with a brush, and then I applied the Morphe with a velour puff, and I make sure to really get the excess off of it on the back of my hand, and I've kind of been obsessed with it lately, so there's that. Anyways, I am gonna go set down my face really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with the ColourPop pressed powder bronzer in Avila Beach and bronze a little bit. It's interesting too, because I feel part of the reason why I am not like as hyper focused on makeup lately is just because I spent a year on a no buy, and then I spent, you know, I'm now 8 months into a very, very strict low buy with it, which at this point I have now, if you've never seen these videos, I gave myself $25 every month to spend, and I could roll it or take it, you know, from future months or past months or whatever. So I, back in like honestly April or May, I may or may not have spent all of the money that I had allocated for myself for makeup purchasing all then and there. So I think it may just be like I kind of open my drawers, and at this point I'm like, there's nothing like fun and fresh in here. Like, it's all makeup that looks like this, you know? It's makeup that I've had for a long time. It's, you know, it's not new or exciting or whatever, which is valid. And like, don't get me wrong, I went on the no buy and the low buy for reasons. I had too much makeup. I was spending too much money on makeup. I needed to do that to not only like prove to myself that I could stop purchasing makeup, but also like to just kind of encourage myself to use up what I had. And I have. But now I'm at this point where, like, yes, the makeup that I have is like makeup that I absolutely love, you know, like that bronzer that I just held up is one of my favorite powder bronzers I've ever used. But with that being said, I'm just kind of bored of it, you know, like I'm just kind of bored of the same makeup all the time. And yes, I am partially doing that to myself with the monthly makeup baskets and like forcing myself to use the same thing every single day for a month, you know, almost every single day. And so part of me is wondering like, okay, what do I change next year? Like, I'm gonna see it all through to the end of the year. I mean, it's August now, so I don't have that much longer to see it through, you know? And so I want to finish up the year's worth of monthly makeup baskets. I want to finish up my year of low buy. I also know that, you know, my low buy is going to end with me doing a holiday haul, so like there's that as well. But like I'm not gonna give up on that. Absolutely not. But with that being said, I'm like, what am I changing next year to keep it fun and fresh, you know? Because I do think that that's what I need, is like just a little something to make it more exciting, and also just like make my content more exciting too, you know? What I'm kind of currently leaning towards is keeping the monthly makeup baskets, because I do see value in that, because it just like, it really focuses use on certain products without me feeling like I'm required to do like a project pan basket, because that, when I was doing my project pan basket, that was just me putting in makeup that like I didn't love and forcing myself to use it sometimes. And that's not a game I want to play. I don't want to force myself to use makeup that I don't love. What I'm currently, at this moment in time, leaning towards is keeping the monthly makeup basket, but getting rid of the buy restrictions, or changing them drastically. What I'm actually kind of leaning towards that I think might be fun, and I have two reasons for this, but what I'm kind of leaning towards is doing like a open buy, I guess. Not a low buy, not a no buy. I can buy what I want. I can only buy it during a sale, with a coupon, or with points. So basically trying to do it strategically so that I'm still being like responsible financially with it, but also, you know, like shit goes on sale all the fucking time. Coupons happen all the time. Points happen all the time. And when I say points too, I even mean like I would be open to, why am I saying I would be open? It's my own rules. I could write them how I want, but I'm thinking of maybe like say Ulta does a, you know, 10x points for platinum, you know, on purchases, and then being able to just, okay, I'll buy something full price then because it'll benefit me down the line kind of thing. That is still considered in my mind a coupon. So that's kind of what I'm currently leaning towards. I think that would be fun. And keeping the monthly makeup basket at that point would, like, I'd be using new makeup in the monthly makeup baskets as well. So I feel like I wouldn't be quite as bored with that. Because when I buy new makeup, I do like fixate on it for a while. So putting it, and I also like to do like speed reviews and stuff. So putting it into a monthly makeup basket isn't too drastically different than what I already do. That's what I'm leaning towards. And part of it is obviously like I want to like just be excited about makeup again. Cause like I still wake up in the, like, especially on like, if I have a really early opening shift and I like don't have time to do makeup, or the extent of what I have time to do is like some concealer and brows kind of situation, you know, I will wake up the next morning so fucking excited to get to sit down at my vanity and do makeup, you know? So I still love it. I think I'm just kind of bored with what I have. So obviously that is part of it. And another part of it too is like, how am I going to know truly if the skills that I have kind of ingrained within myself during my no buy and my low buy actually stick, unless I put it to the test and tell myself that I can buy whatever the fuck I want, you know? Like something that I learned during my no buy, because I had a stipulation during that I could do a like mid-year haul, and I was feeling fine at that time, but I was like, okay, well I can do a mid-year haul. So I bought makeup for the sake of buying makeup. And when I tell you that I actually don't think that I own a single thing that I bought then, I returned most of it or decluttered most of it by the end of that year. Like, I actually genuinely don't think I have anything left from then. So I learned that, you know, that was a cool thing about the low buy, was that I had the option to buy makeup. Lola. I had the option to buy makeup, and so I didn't feel obligated just to buy makeup just to buy makeup. And it was kind of like a lesson that I learned the first year that I did it. But truly, how am I going to know if all of those little lessons that I've taught myself are going to stick unless I actually put it to the test? With that being said, though, ironically, I do keep up with, like, you know, new releases and everything. Like, I do stay semi on top of it. I'm not, like, as hyperfixated on it as I once was, but I do stay on top of it. And there's been very little lately that I've been like, damn, love that so much, need it in my life. Like, there hasn't been a ton. So who knows, maybe it's just that the beauty industry as a whole is kind of slowing down as opposed to what it once was. With that being said, I am gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup, hopefully not cry out of my eye while I'm doing my eyeliner, turn on this air for a little while because I'm fucking dying, and I'll be back. Alright, so this is the final look. I'm like obsessed with how my lips look right now. I think that they look so good. This lash application was divine today. I don't know how I managed that, but like I got the lashes on perfect. I'm kind of back in it, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I think that there's just like a couple adjustments that I need to make, and then I'll be good. Also, to be fair, I know I've said multiple times in this video, like, it's August, you guys are seeing this video in August. For me, it's July 26th. So with that being said, I have what? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I have 5 more days with the monthly makeup basket that I already have admitted that I haven't been like obsessed with. So I'm realistically take away Sunday and take away Monday, because I'll just like do something else then. So I only have 3 more days with that monthly makeup basket. So, you know, maybe in like a week I'll feel fun and fresh again. I think that there might need to be some adjustments made. We'll see. Maybe. With that being said, I am going to wrap up today's video. Comment down below and tell me what you do when you feel like you're like falling out of love with something that you do, like that you do really love, like, you know, a hobby or something like that. Or let me know what you do if you have ADHD or autism and you are losing a hyperfixation but like you don't want to. advise, please. Thank you. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome, awesome day. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!